the day every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumringa Christine. Before we dive into any of our stories, let's first have a look at the news making headlines today. In the headlines tonight, fish traders in Arua City stormed police over the arrest of their South Sudanese leaders. Uganda Revenue Authority apologizes for using excessive force during enforcement operations. And Ngoli residents demand for public toilets as travelers use community toilets. This and more in the NILE CAST News Bulletin. It's the 11th of January 2024. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast only on West Nile Television. Now let us dive into some of the stories of the evening. Fish traders of South Sudanese fish market in Arua City today on the 11th of January 2024 camped at Arua Central Police Station demanding for the release of the South Sudanese fish traders leadership who had been arrested by the security operatives on allegations of assault and intimidation by the Luder and Goy South Sudanese fish traders. Parish Majid has more on the story.
We wait for our chairman. We are going together with our chairman.
Yes.
We sit here slowly. Yeah. We came in peace and we are going in peace.
With the chairman.
Fish traders from South Sudanese fish market in Arua City today on the 11th of January 2023 camped at Arua Central Police Station demanding for the release of their leaders who had been arrested yesterday by security operatives. The arrest of the South Sudanese Fish Suppliers Association leaders follows a misunderstanding with the other group of Leodir and Goy fish suppliers over market premises calling for security intervention. Among the suspects that were arrested yesterday include Abraham Maud Cole, the chairperson of the association, together with his secretary Simon Mabioriak, who were accused by the group of Leodir and Goy fish traders over market issues. The angry mob comprising of market vendors, the political and the leadership of the fish traders from both Uganda and South Sudan, who stormed the police station demonstrating Pin Ezamaham Zamil, the deputy resident city commissioner in charge of Central Division behind the mess.
In this matter, it has been there. It has stayed for long. If the problem is solved, later on, someone will go and come up with maybe top officers and say, no, the decision was not well taken. It has stayed now for long. And I, as a business person, and we, let's say as an association, we wish if this problem could be solved once and for all so that we can continue business activities as usual.
We are here today in response of what happened yesterday. We all know the genesis of this story, and it is just based on corruption from a particular member. I will not be afraid to mention any member. It is harm behind everything happening.
I know this arrest here has its genesis, and the genesis of this arrest originated right from that conduct issue of division, of association, and the board commission, something of that kind. That's the genesis of this arrest, and it originated from there. And if the genesis is handled well, I think the rest of the issues will be fine. And for information, I'm openly saying this: the confusion among the South Sudanese has been caused by our officers.
However, Zamaham Zamil denied the allegations levied against him, as he says that he was simply doing what the law mandates him to do so.
It is our duty as the officer of the president to provide maximum security to the lives of people and their properties, regardless of any other color, tribe, what, and so on. As long as you are a human being staying in this Arua city, you deserve the right to be safe. Also, it is within our mandate. Now, I stand bold. I am not threatened and I am not even worried. But I needed to give you any information and clear the air.
During a meeting of the parties together with the security leaders, Senior Superintendent of Police heading Arua Central Police Station, Bwambale Emmanuel, expressed disappointment with the way the group handled the matter.
But I want to express my disappointment in the way these people are handling this matter. they should know that there is law in Uganda. Not only in Uganda, everywhere there is law. How I wish either any of them would have come to talk to us, the administration that's here, then they can follow the next course of action. RCC has told you that these people are going to be released. I want you to understand it. If an offense has been committed, that is an offense. And I can tell you people who came here that you are demonstrating, you are very lucky. Today you are very lucky. I don't know whether you'll be lucky tomorrow. You cannot organize yourself to come and attack an institution of government. No. And I can tell you this one must stop. It must stop. None of you had ever, in fact, encountered any of us. You come? Suppose my policemen had opened fire on you. What would have happened? I think this should be the last time that some of these things are happening.
Similarly, Charles Ichogor, the Arua Resident City Commissioner, also issued a stern warning to the demonstrators as he urged them next time to use the law so as to address their grievances.
Purely here for business. If you meet any challenges, we have structures. What you did today was uncalled for. And as DPC put it correctly, if I wasn't here by that time, then the situation would have been different. Would have been different. So don't take the law into your hands. Arua is governable. Go back, do your business, as other things are to be sorted.
Shortly after the meeting of the security operatives together with the demonstrators, another meeting was convened to address the matter by the security leaders, where 4 sureties were asked to stand for the suspects so as to be granted police bond. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories this evening. The Uganda Revenue Authority has this afternoon on the 11th of January 2024 apologized to the taxpayers in the West Nile region for using excessive forces during the enforcement operations crackdown on numberless motorcycles and smuggled goods into Uganda. Alfred Jawok has more on the story.
During a stakeholders meeting held today at Cultural Center Paida, Fred Okesha, Boda rider in Paida Town Council, castigated Uganda Revenue Authority for their impunity on section of Ugandans, especially in West Nile region.
I want to begin from a scenario I saw in Online Market, that is Nebbi District. Innocent women who were struggling to provide for their suffering families. We are selling palm oil. This enforcement team came because much of the palm oil here has been coming from Congo. But as I talk now, our farmers are growing palm oil here. Now, these people came among the women. I was there an eyewitness. These women never had any stone to throw. They never said anything. Bullets were fired in the air. People became in disarray. Others even got injured in stampede. And almost everything they had in the market got lost. We are citizens of Uganda. We only deserve to be treated with some kind of human dignity and respect. The manner in which our enforcement team operates when they enter the West Nile region is very different from how they operate when they are in other regions. By doing this, I want to tell you, fellow citizens, you are either pushing us out of the country to secede, or let us sit down and begin to respect ourselves in one way or the other. We have lost so many lives of our people, most of whom were completely innocent, extrajudiciously. Nobody has faced the law after doing such a thing. And on record, our country is collapsing because of impunity, which is very common, especially among the drug-wielding Ugandans. UPDF has been created to protect the lives of the people of Uganda. But If we look at Article 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, it clearly states power belongs to the people. And the people are here, by the way. And now you are killing them. Now you are killing them. You are collecting taxes to provide services to the very people you have already killed.
Meanwhile, Deogratius Kalebi, West Nile Regional Supervisor, Uganda Revenue Authority, also confirmed that he will perform his duties by engaging community members through sensitization to pay taxes to the country. Kalebi equally advised his team not to use excessive forces during the operations. Edwin Katumba, who is also a commissioner in charge of enforcement team, Uganda Revenue Authority, apologized to the leaders and border riders who are mostly affected in the operations and promised that no one will be injured or shot, as recently witnessed in Madokolo Trading Center, Madokolo District, where 4 people were injured and 1 died due to severe bleeding. According to Katumba, he has directed the regional supervisor, Uganda Revenue Authority, to cooperate with the community in order to make them pay taxes without injuries.
Does not believe in collecting tax after shed of blood or loss of life. He says that even if you are to collect 1 trillion shillings that would lead to injury or death of a person, you would rather lose the trillion shillings. Actually, in our law, the law applicable to security forces, we have got what we call fiscal security policy. It says that during enforcement operations, no military personnel, no security personnel shall discharge a bullet. Discharge of bullets is prohibited by our policy. We are prohibited from discharging bullets except the law says in self-defense.
Uganda Revenue Authority has for several times come on spot for shooting at people while enforcing laws to pay taxes on export goods like numberless motorcycles, palm oils, cigarettes, among others. Today's meeting hopes to have friendly working relationship with the Uganda Revenue Authority and the local people in West Nile region if put in actions. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. Residents in the vicinity of Goli one-stop border point in Jupangira sub-county, Nebbi District, are expressing distress over the unhygienic habits of the truck drivers traversing to and from the Democratic Republic of Congo who use the park community toilets. Alfred Jawok has more on this story.
According to the residents, this exposes them at risk of contracting diseases despite spending significant durations at customs while awaiting clearance by Uganda Revenue Authority. Residents claim that these truck drivers have persistently engaged in unsanitary practices, including open defecation and indiscriminate littering. Such actions pose considerable health risk and environmental hazards within proximity. Philip Kayomba, Area Local Council 1 Chairperson, Boma East Village, Jupangira Sub-County, said they have made several attempts to Nebbi District local government to construct a parking yard and toilets, but this always hits a snag. Kayomba suggests that a temporary move latrines should be constructed as truck drivers wait for clearance from Uganda Revenue Authority to cross to and from Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo.
Kawoni yen dan ma monda ka go dan ma tita ka ngwenda ka ai ka bir ma sen ko di fela ma do soro ni mo wano dan mi saso ma sago mi chalu yo para na el chama soro ni para o choko mo wen dan ma ngi ko wen dan ma tita ni de chel soro ni mo monda ma tita ka bi da ka di mo ti dan ka ke ni so ma ba kwa do mi di kana ndu wa mo e di ka bir mo ko di kitong soroni moko mo public kuma inde emi wo pek ko mo ngo kite ma wedi mo kare wo to ko sam kende mo kuti ko remu mo kuma ma jinwangi do soroni bi donc emi wo pek mo to ka bi ni kwami mo mo ai de paselo.
Patrick Ugele, a resident of Goli Customs, expressed his dismay over what truck drivers invade people's latrines for both short and long calls. Ugele blames Nebbi District local government for paying deaf ears to construct parking yards and latrines.
Manganya mukuna dong drone gibi fungu mkonye ni ngudi mukuke gwe yote ni gima salaka magishami no remani mkonye ni pesa ni mukuna de gibo ebare kapera de ba sawa sala wani nduru akainde tiakana boneno wangane nimberle kana nembo wadau
However, Innocent Obama, a health practitioner at Goli Customs, says they have offered one single-room toilet for the travelers as they wait from the district to construct VIP latrines at a proposed site for parking.
Paria za komani bani yoke niko baguli chozi muzima zezo te maini rio ata community butole ware rega so misu lodges diariki drivers bani dichi baziki mu bani amabaro jwadwa baziki mu bari minete lodge mahaliaris so my gata dance the government or district my mukidia masikite toilet public toilet as a community di mahalia diara so it was about mazakozo asko badi nga kyangu azi remalia badi chaki dia teniki iki mungware ko so ditaya dansi iyo mani gate masiri lete mangaro biara mbele asko drivers deki idozo driver gogo toro iki mudu alo malia Goli Customs di malia dia so mataya dansi government ho ma relocate fund azi mbele atiti chozo adansi drivers de pimaza kozo ba mu PDP umu aziki baziki mu Kongo angwa angore malia itopi maza korani yani.
Meanwhile, Nebbi District Chairperson Emmanuel Rombi acknowledged the issues raised by the residents. He outlines an collaborative between the district and the Church of Uganda Nebbi Diocese aims to establish a dedicated parking yard at the custom facility, equipped with comprehensive sanitary facilities to address the prevailing situation.
On the lorry park in Goli, at least you have reached an advanced stage. You are going to work under PPP with the Nebbi District Anglican or Church of Uganda, and I think the agreement has been signed already. They have reached some MOU with some organization, and also URA is positive about it. And just yesterday I was contacted if we can lend them our machines for road that can help to level the place the private proprietor wanted to do, but we said no. This is a dry season where we also do a lot of road works. We cannot give them, but that one shows you that already they are looking for, soliciting for how they can start the work. I heard that the diocese gave them 3 months, that is January, February, March, to finish the work. Then I'm sure by June they would have gotten the parking yard. Then from there, as government, we shall have our discussion with under PPP arrangement with the diocese and see what you can do. But if you go there are all the lands, there are a lot of settlements. The only free land that we can take advantage of is only for the Church of Uganda.
The Goli one-stop border point authorities have long faced criticism from the local community for their perceived failure to establish a parking yard, particularly for petroleum trucks that frequently find themselves entangled in accidents within the area. The proposed solution seeks to not only mitigate health and environment concerns, but also enhance safety measures for the transportation of hazardous materials through the region. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. As a way of promoting performances in the Madi sub-region, the students are opening up a new association in various schools within the region. This was witnessed following the recent opening of Madi Student Union in Biaya Secondary School in Ajumani District, which brought together various stakeholders within the region. Anzima Alan and Chakipis report.
After forming the Madi Students Union, the students consisting of all the boys and all girls gathered together to witness the new swearing-in ceremony of new students held at Biaya Secondary School in Ajumani District, with Dr. Bokajo Didi, the area MP for Obong District, as the chief guest. Iguru Christopher Desire, the new president, Madi Students Union, expressed his joy, saying as new leaders, they will organize and engage the students in various productive activities like mindset change as they are yet for holidays. Desire added that they will support adolescent girls in education to reduce on the rates of dropouts in schools in Madi sub-region.
I really feel overjoyed because one, I've been given the mandate to organize the students, two, to mobilize them for social mindset change programs. And what do I mean when I say social mindset change programs? Meaning that we are going to engage the youth in various development projects. We are going to engage the students during holidays and the students in high school, even the pupils. And even the projects that we have launched today, that is our first two key flagship projects. One, that is the distribution of sanitary pads. Two is the school outreach programs. And what do we aim to achieve through this? As I had highlighted earlier on, we want to sort the issue of dropout in school by girl child in Madi sub-region.
Kakaku Dennis Otika, the president of Madi Ajumani Students Association, called upon the newly elected leaders to always focus on the well-being of students and urged them to coordinate as leaders since it has been a major challenge in the past. Dennis, however, warned people against politicizing every leadership positions they hold, since some people are fond of politicizing.
And I would like to thank the management of BIA for also accepting to host. They have never disappointed any activity related to students' well-being. It has been hard for me as the president and some of the presidents who some of us succeeded. Coordination became hard because Madi sub-region is really a small region of which we are not supposed to struggle when it comes to coordination. But I think Master is going to make it a bit easier, being a mother club, for us to coordinate. And the other point is, Mr. President and new executives, I inclusive, we shouldn't make this association too political, but rather to attain opportunities. This is one of the challenges we faced in the Ajumani Students Association since I've been in office for the past 6 years. Some of our students have taken the leadership aspect political.
Boka George Didi, the area member of parliament of Bongo, said the launch of the Madi Students Union is a good initiative, and he said it's an umbrella union which brings together the sister districts of Madi. George, in addition, called for the expansion of the union up to national level so as to bring more impacts to the students.
The event is the launch of Madi Students Union. The Madi Students Union, also referred to as MASU, is an umbrella association that brings together student associations from the member districts of Madi sub-region and encouraged them to expand the union to include West Nile Students Union, Northern Uganda Students Union, so that they're able to contribute meaningfully to the National Students Union.
The Madi Students Association is currently consisting of the 3 Madi districts of Ajumani, Moyo and Obongi, with the target of uniting the students together and giving them support so as to improve on education in the region. Peace Oshaking, Anjima Alan, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And that, viewer, marks the end of the Nile Cast only on West Nile Television. Thank you, viewers, for always taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the Nile Cast to the end of the Nile Cast only on West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name's Okumringa Christine. Have a good evening.